Damn, Ingenious made the beat? Yo, welcome to another episode of the Coach Life Podcast Radio. I am, of course, your host, the Prince of Positivity, Coach Steve. Joining me, as always, my co-pilot, Coach Luna. How we doing, brother?
Bless. I'm grateful to have one of my good friends, a brother of mine for a very long time joining us today, man.
You know it. The CEO, founder of the Coach Life Podcast Radio and brand about building your brand. Coach Wash, how we doing, bro?
We're doing great. It's another day. We here. We blessed to be here. And I'm excited for our guests. Let's go.
You know it. As we all alluded to, again, we have a special guest on for you guys today. Again, a fitness guru, a former collegiate football player for the University of Houston, an excellent trainer. Has a variety of different techniques to get you in the best shape of your life, even with all of your excuses, because he got answers for all of that too, all your excuses that you got. Again, a celebrity trainer to the likes of Ludacris, former D1 collegiate athletes, successful businessmen, becoming a singular voice in the fitness world, and the founder of Heuristic Lifestyle. Please welcome our guest today, Coach George Bamfo Jr. How we doing, bro?
Sure, man. I'm blessed, man. Excited to be here.
Awesome, bro. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of the busy schedule, yo. I know everybody's beating your door down to get some fitness tips and figure out exactly how to rearrange and change their life. So thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely, man.
So
glad to do it, man. This is my passion. It's what I'm passionate about. So I don't feel like it's a job, man. This is what I was called to do. So it feels right.
Man. Gotta love when you doing what you love doing, bro. Gotta love it, bro. It's not a job no more.
Right. I mean, you don't understand it until you get on this side of it. I work corporate. I don't know. Now I'm getting straight into it, but I work corporate. After I got done playing college football, I worked corporate for 5 years. Right. I used to sell light fixtures at a company called Let's Go. We were a lighting agency. I was an outside salesman, and I started out inside for 2 years, and then I went outside, and I understood the grind and what it takes, man, and the ups and downs of being in corporate. Dealing with politics, and you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. This whole thing about you could be let go at any point. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not performing right, you know what I'm saying. So all those things, man, and being in the environment and understanding how tough it was and how stressed out I was, bro, being in corporate. Like the only reason I even got into this was because I was at a breaking point, right? That's when I started Heuristic Lifestyle. I was at a breaking point because I'm like, corporate is cool, but I can't see myself doing this for the rest of my life. It's cool. Like, I was passionate. Like, I went crazy. Like, I was working very hard. I did my morning routines. I literally tried to be the best version of myself while becoming the best at my job. So I put everything into it. And then I realized, like, yo, this can't be it. Like, this is not fulfilling. Like, I'm doing all this to just, and I think the ceiling for our company was like, you go from calling on contractors to engineers to maybe calling on distributors and contractors to maybe calling on architects and engineers, right? Which is a dope. It seems like it's a race. It seems like it's a promotion. But I'm seeing the people doing it. I'm like, bro, this is not. That's not cool to me. It's cool, you make more money, but this is not what I truly want to be doing. So I started to realize that early on, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't. This can't be it, basically, right? So I was like, okay, what can I do to get out of this? And by that time, I had. Like I said, I was putting everything into it. I had a morning routine. I was just so focused on self-development. And naturally, when you start reading the books and you start applying those principles to your life, it challenges you. It challenges you to do certain things, right? So I started reading. I just started exposing myself to motivational speaking and all of that, and that just challenged me to be better and challenged me to meditate and challenged me to want to become an entrepreneur. So naturally I'm like, okay, so boom, you can't get rich by working corporate. Now, and this is not to shit on nobody that works corporate. Do what you got to do, but I'm like, I can't be the person that I want to be, and I can't really touch the money that I want to touch working for somebody else. All the people that did it were entrepreneurs. You see what I'm saying? So now the wheels started to turn, and I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how to do something. So me naturally doing the self-development, I was working out lunar members, but I worked out for 2 years straight, no days off. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm doing my morning cardio. I go to work. I do everything I got to do at work. So I get off work at 5. From 5 to 7, I'm in the library just reading and bettering myself, right? Bettering myself as far as, becoming better at my job for corporate. And then also, too, what I could do as an exit strategy, like what's that next step? So I'm in the library from like 7 to 9 doing that. From 9 to like 10:30, I'm in the gym working out hard. Like we going crazy. So that was my schedule for 2 years, 2.5 years, but no lie, I didn't miss one day. Like my motto was no days off. Like this is back when I was a Black Swan on Instagram, right? I was just going crazy, bro. And in the midst of that, I while I'm trying to build my brand on social media, I met Ludacris randomly, bro, at a hotel gym. Because I'm in Miami with my girl at the time, recording content, because that's what social media was about. I was trying to build the brand, right? So I just happened to be in the same hotel, just sticking to my disciplines, right? Right place, right time, doing the right thing, right? So Ludacris saw me literally at my peak doing the right thing, and he just saw my energy. Mind you, I'm in the gym with Ludacris. I know it's Ludacris, but I'm so locked into what I'm supposed to be doing. Out in my head, I'm like, bro, that's Ludacris. All right, bet. Like I'm starstruck, but I'm just so locked in, bro. And I just feel like he felt the energy. So he had a mask on. This is before COVID was a thing. This is like 2018. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it registered like, all right, he doesn't want to be bothered. So I'm like, all right, boom. I'm gonna do what I'm doing anyway. I'm gonna record my content. He naturally just comes over there. He was on a treadmill handling some stuff on his laptop. He comes over there and was like, yo, like, bro, what do you eat? Like, what is this? Why are you going so hard? I'm like, are you good? What's the problem? What's wrong with you? So, like in a funny way, we just had like a conversation, like a 20 to 25 minute dialogue, real genuine. I wasn't asking for nothing. I was like, bro, this is what I do. I'm locked in. Like this is what I'm trying to achieve, like all of that. And, we had that connection. We exchanged social media information. He went on about his business, and, I went on about mine. And obviously, I had to get a picture. Like I was like, dude, bro, my friends won't believe this. I gotta get a picture with you. So took the picture, posted it. He liked it. He followed me. And I was like, bro, this might not just be like a regular, I met a celebrity type situation. Like there could be more to this. So fast forward like 3 or 4 days later, he sends me a DM. I'm at work working my corporate job. I'm freaking out like, bro, this nigga literally just hit me up. Like I'm showing niggas at work. Like, bro, this is real. Like this is not his assistant. This is the real person because I actually met him. So that. And he hit my DM just asking fitness questions. I guess he was kind of like filling me out in a way, seeing if I knew what I was talking about. Mind you, I wasn't a fitness guy at that point. I was just working out for myself. So he'll ask me a question. I'll go do my Google research, because it's Ludacris. I ain't giving no bullshit information, right? So I go do my research, make sure I'm sending the right answers. So that went on for about, 6 to 8 months. And then finally he was like, yo, I'm about to go on a vacation with me and my wife, Kevin Hart and his wife, and I think it was like another couple. We're going to the Bahamas. I want to make sure I look right. So put together like a little program for me, right? Put together the program. He was like, bro, I think I've been out the gym for too long because I don't even know what the hell half of these things are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly you from Houston to Atlanta. You're going to put me through these movements, and then we're going to see where things go. I guess that was like my interview. So I came out I was here for like 3 days. We trained all 3 days, bro. The energy was good, bro. I'm literally living a dream at this point. So that happened. Everything went absolutely amazing. I went back to Houston, and he called me and was like, bro, what do you think about the idea of moving to Atlanta to train me full time? Mind you, I said I was at a breaking point on my corporate job. Came right on time, right? So when I was doing the whole 2 years straight of just no days off, I didn't even know what was going to come out of it, right? And me just sticking to the disciplines and sticking to the plan, boom, I was met with a great opportunity, and boom, my life changed ever since then, bro. Now my life has just been, it's almost like a movie, literally. I've been on movie sets and met every celebrity I could have even thought, like every celebrity you could think of, I probably already met, you know what I'm saying? So life has just been great, man. And it's been a hell of a ride, and I'm grateful, and I'm just, excited to see what's next. So that's the story. That was
Man,
a bit long-winded, but
no,
No,
beautiful,
that was on point, like AI. Yo,
Hey,
man.
I'm about to take my head to the gym right now.
hey, I swear I'm about to change the camera and bust out some.
I was just about to say, okay,
But
so we'll see you guys next week.
you know, my
that's the whole
biggest
interview. I already
man,
answered all the questions.
I got a couple of questions. So just
Talk to me.
curious. I mean, the discipline is crazy.
Man, yes.
Prime example of stay ready so you know how to get ready.
Thanks,
Man.
bro.
Damn, like
That's exactly what that was.
that's, yeah,
And like I always say, man, I didn't, it's cliche. You stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Like you don't really. It took me going through it to be like, bro, this is what people talk about. You keep doing the
yeah,
right things consistently without even knowing what's on the other side of the tunnel. And then it's just like, I don't know if y'all seen that little Instagram meme where the guy was shopping for diamonds, and like he
It's
was
right
almost ready to
there.
quit right
yep,
there. It's like
yep.
if you just keep going, bro, you don't know what is gonna
What
happen.
open up? What open up?
And I was doing that, staying consistent, bro. And sometimes my friends like, bro, what do are you trying to play in the league? What are you doing this for? Like,
Right.
trying to be a bodybuilder? Nigga, I don't know what I'm trying to be.
But I want to do it.
I'm trying to get somewhere, and this is what it requires. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so grateful that it turned out what it turned out to be. So now I have a story to tell, and I can inspire people and just reassure them that, like, yo, if you keep doing the right things consistently, there's going to be a breaking point, and it's going to work in your favor.
You know what the beauty about this whole thing is? I'm a witness. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful thing of a testimony for a friend is to see it and like I seen it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I told you, Steve, before Wash and George came on, bro, one of the most disciplined dudes I ever have met, bro. Laser like, dog. And one of the most, and I said this, George, and quote me if I'm wrong, bro. My dog stayed reading. That was one thing that I remember early off when we were early in our adulthood, that he stayed sharpening his mind. And like I remember just images when we would go over there before we would go out and have our fun. Like that was his fun. He wasn't playing no video games, wasn't doing none of that.
The library.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always sharpening the brain, bro.
Yeah.
Man,
You know
I'm
what I'm
noticing
saying?
some consistency with that. Yeah, the consistency. I actually, it's funny you say that because I just saw a guy speaking. He's a millionaire. He was saying, the one thing that all millionaires and billionaires do, they read 50 books a year at least. He said it's like a common thing you'll find. They all read. And he was like, they don't read nonfiction or fiction. They read self-help books all the time, at least one a week.
And
said,
like I said, I was just so in tune with this whole self-help. Mind you, matter of fact, let me tell you how I even got into reading, bro. Because we played college, you played football, and we didn't have to do shit. Bro, when I started working corporate, I was the only black employee in my job, all white people. Bro, the level of vocabulary they were using, I was like, bro, what the hell? Like, what
are you saying?
Are you speaking English? I was like, yo, if I don't pick up a book, I will embarrass myself, literally. So it just made me real uncomfortable. And like, when you get uncomfortable, that's when you really grow. So I'm like, okay, I have to start reading. I have to like I used to, underline words that I didn't understand so I could, look up the definition. I'm like, this is the only way I'm gonna improve my vocabulary because I will embarrass myself. Y'all went through all of college without reading one book. I never went to the library, bro. And like now I'm in corporate, I'm in the library every single day.
Right.
It's crazy how like when you actually want the information and your coaches ain't saying, hey, be in class or we gonna run you, like when you actually are hungry for change and success, bro, you'll do it without even thinking about it, man. So that's what really got me into it because I was like, yo, if I don't figure this out, I will literally embarrass myself. So I need to get my ass in the library. I need to pick up a book. And what's so beautiful about it is like I sort of fall in love with it because I saw the improvement. I'm like, damn, I'm using big words the right way. Like I use this one and damn, like, or somebody say something and y'all understand everything you said. I went from being clueless to now I'm actually understanding and I'm shooting it back. Like I'm going in to talk to my bosses. I'm speaking on that level. I'm like, wow, this is what growth is. I'm addicted. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the whole thing started. And then it's like, bro, when you understand that something works and you feel good about yourself, you're growing, like you're everything. Like I'm in shape physically, mentally, like I'm locked in. I'm seeing the growth, like everything. I'm like, okay, this is how you're supposed to be. And that's just how, it started, man. That's where the habit was born.
Coach, let me ask this question because the consistency, the determination, the drive, the dedication, was this something that you had at an early age? Because fun fact, I can tell you right now, Coach Bamfo is not you're from Ghana, West Africa, correct?
100.
And when did you actually come to the States?
Yeah, so I moved to America at the age of 12. We actually moved to Dallas, Texas, and it's so crazy that you asked that question about what's the drive like innate, right? Was it natural?
Right.
So there's something about seeing struggle and being exposed to it and not knowing where a helping hand will come from gives you a level of perspective and a level of understanding to where it's just like, yo, if I ever get an opportunity to be in the land of opportunity, I'm gonna make sure I do everything I can to become successful because I understand what it's like to have lack, right? I grew up seeing my mom cry because she didn't know how she was gonna feed us.
Right.
I grew up seeing my mom go to bed hungry because she fed us and there was no more for her to eat. Like, this is my reality at a young age. I'm 9, 10, and I grew up with all women in the house. So naturally, they raise you with this sense of responsibility, like, yo, you're the only boy in this family. We need you to make it to come to take care of us. I've been getting these lessons since I was a little kid. I got 4 older sisters. So you being conditioned with that, and then also too, being exposed to lack, and actually being hungry and having 1 to 2 meals per day and seeing your mom cry because she can't make ends meet. And when you're exposed to that, bro, nobody has to motivate you, bro. Like you will have that drive. Like, yo, I wanted to make sure I become something so I could take care of my mom. I hated us being broke. And that was like the Ghana story. We went from Ghana being broke in Ghana. We came to America, we were still broke. Now, broken Africa and broken America is 2 different things. Like America, at least we got food stamps, we got free lunch. You know what I'm saying? We was buying Payless shoes. You want to get Jordans, you get Shaqs. But as an African kid, I didn't know the difference. There's new shoes, right?
Right.
It took me later on when I had friends and I'm going to their houses in Rockwell, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what rich is. But I was still, grateful for what I had because I went from not having anything to having something, even though it wasn't the best brands, I at least had something. To being exposed to rich people, I'm like, okay, so this is what it takes. Now I'm really hungry because I know this is the mark. And I could get here because I'm around all these people, right? And I'm learning, and I'm like, okay. And also, too, like, something interesting hit me. Like, I started to realize the reason why we weren't well off, or the reason why we didn't have the necessities, is because of a lack of education, right? So then I'm hanging around my white friends, right? And they tell me about their upbringing, and you know, they parents read to them every night before they went to bed. I'm like, damn, that's why I struggle reading. Nobody ever read to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a thing. They taught them, like, everything. You have to raise the kid a certain way. It wasn't my parents' fault because we was more so worried about survival and not education. We knew education was important, but when you worry about survival, bro, you're not worried about education. You see what I'm saying? It's on the bottom of the list of necessity. So, yeah, when I started to realize that, bro, I was like, okay, I need to lock in and just try to become everything I can become.
That's crazy, man, because when we talk about, we just finished talking a few pods ago about the youth nowadays and having that mentality to push through. A lot of them are in, you know, shitty situations too. Probably, again, not in comparison to being in Africa and being poor, and then being in the States and being poor, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
But a lot of that innate ability to just go and get it done and have that mentality, that's not there for a lot of our youth right now.
Oh, you talking about the new generation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, bad.
So bad.
Talk to them.
It's bad, bro. Bro, it's bad. They're soft, bro. They're exposed to, you know, this whole instant gratification.
Talk your talk, coach.
You know what I'm saying? Instant gratification. And we all know that's not healthy. I mean, I think we're all around the same age. So I think we had like the perfect, I guess, example. We had like the perfect growth because, you know, we didn't really have internet and we got exposed to it. So we just wasn't born into it.
Right.
So that made us a bit grittier, you know, like us, we played outside, but yet we still had video games. So we had the best of both worlds, but it's just like now kids don't want to go out no more, right? They just want to play video games, and, you know, they just softening up everything, right? Everybody gets a trophy, and like nobody understand how to handle losing, and like, you know what I'm saying? In Ghana, we used to get our ass whooped in school and at home. Yeah, in America, that's unheard of. Like,
it's unheard of.
You gonna lose your certificate,
right?
It's unheard of today. Steve, tell them where we come from.
Huh?
Nah, we started off in a Catholic school, in
bro.
Chicago.
Yeah,
and there was no, and the crazy part is, it was teachers, like two.
They gave them the green light to whoop y'all.
Oh yeah,
all of them.
That's where we from.
My mom walked. My mom walked in.
Everybody's
my mom walked in, bro. Was it kindergarten? She walked in and told my kindergarten teacher, "This is my son. You have the right to whoop his ass. Anytime he get out of line." Like, I just met this lady. You just gave her permission to whoop my ass.
Double up, triple up. Get one from the teacher. She report back. Get one from mama. She report back. Get one from everybody.
Bro, everybody.
Neighbors.
That's so it's funny that you say that, because in Ghana, everybody had the green light to whoop your ass. If there was an adult, it doesn't matter, they knew, because everybody knew your mom. You know what I'm saying? It takes a village, right, to raise a child. So
yes, sir.
Yo, everybody had the green light. If you're an adult and the kid is acting out, whoop his ass, please. And then your mom will come appreciate you for whooping my kid's ass, because now we know, like, it's eyes on him everywhere he goes, and like that made us good kids because we knew we just couldn't act crazy. Somebody was always watching, you know.
It's a generation thing here.
This culture, if you touch somebody's kid,
they,
you know what I'm saying, you going to jail.
But you know, America's so different though, because it depends on what pocket of the country you from, and it depends on what part of the city you in. Like you know, where we grew up in Chicago, me and Coach Steve, and you can't do it today, but like back then, it was exactly what you describing. You know, in the neighborhood, everybody knew who everybody kid was.
Absolutely,
right.
It was like that when we grew up back. You know, we 80s baby, so yeah, the green light was there. Me, that's baby kid. Yo, yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, Bam, bro, I want to get back to something that you said, bro. It really sparked my interest, dog. How, like, because I seen it, bro, and I've done one of your workouts before, and that inner voice starts screaming. It started screaming, especially when we get to the ab circuit, whatever, midway, we just barely getting started. But dog, physically, that tap, that voice, how after football, going through everything that we went through, but how did you maintain that constant discipline within yourself to tune that voice out that made you sometimes want to be like, it's all right to miss today. It's all right to skip this rep. It's all right to skip this set. Like, how did you maintain and how did you drown that voice, bro?
So like I said, bro, it wasn't even it. I was dealing with like this fear of failure, right? So it's just like my why was bigger than that noise. I'm like, if I don't do what I need to do, bro, I will fail. I will get fired. I will be embarrassed. Like I'm not gonna become everything that I need to be to take care of my family back home, which was the number one goal. So like I had that same approach in the workout. I just feel like if I didn't do it, and as far as working out, studying everything, like I will fail. So it's just like I didn't want to fail, and I had to drown out that voice because I'm like, bro, it's not about how I feel now; it's about what I'm trying to get to, and I need to push through the pain to get to the other side of it. And like I said, I was all into self-improvement, and that's what it kept saying. Bro, you have to fight through the pain. You have to, like, it's supposed to hurt. That's the right response. You know, you're supposed to be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not afraid and do it anyway, you're not doing the right things, right? So it's supposed to hurt. You're supposed to want to quit. You're supposed to want to give up. These are all the appropriate or the right feelings that you're supposed to have. Like, that's what the process is. You know what I'm saying? So my mentality was, oh, it hurts, but it's the part of the process. But this is where we're trying to get, so we got to push through it. You know?
Man, you got to
So,
trust the process.
Yeah.
Hungry, grit. Like you said, that's the word you used earlier, grit.
I was hungry, bro.
Yeah. So I got a question. When you started this, you got a lot of books back there. I'm sure you got more than what we see on that shelf. What book stands out the most for you? What would you say was
the life-changing one?
Which one?
So I read the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Like, and if y'all know Grant Cardone, he sounds like a coach. He sounds like one of our coaches, Luna. Southern, bro, I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm here to tell you what you need to do. I don't care how you feel, right? Literally, that's the book that I always go back to when I need to, like, get my mind right to start focusing the right way, right? And in 10X, he's basically just talking about 10X in your effort, because the more you put into it, you're going to get 10X results. So, you know, in the typical day, if you do 10 calls, do 100 calls. Like, you see the difference from 10 to 100, you're going to close some shit if you do 100 calls compared to 10, right? So that's like the 10X rule. You know what I'm saying? Just go full force, put in the time, put in the work, because when you keep beating at it hard every single day, pause, like, it's going to break. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't have a choice. It's gonna, like, you're gonna get what you're trying to get because you come in every single day. Pause.
We appreciate you, bro.
I'm like, you running right back.
He right on it, bro.
Yeah.
So, man, I know there's a ton of there's a plethora of questions that we need to get through. That I've had a number of people ask. They knew you were coming on. I gave some precursors that you were coming on. So a couple of people had dropped some questions. And I wanted to kind of throw a couple of them at you. Coach Wash already kind of alluded to one of them. But for somebody that is the workout enthusiast, right? That person that is really into fitness, experiencing plateau. Hey, Coach Bamfo, I've hit a plateau in my fitness journey. And how do you particularly overcome plateaus, and what advice would you give someone to push through those challenging times?
Yeah. So the plateau is something that we all have to deal with, right? And the plateau comes when your body gets used to your routine. You go in the gym, you start with running on the treadmill for 5 minutes, and then you move into abs, and then you go into shoulder work. Like, your body gets used to that routine, so you're not gonna challenge it to grow. The only way you get over plateaus, you have to switch up your routine. You see what I'm saying? You have to switch up the way you do things because you want to confuse the body. So then it forces it to grow. You know, when your body is been doing the same thing, it's not going to pull different, it's not going to burn different energies or pull from different places to give you that peak result. Because, bro, we know, Luna, I'm going to use it as an example. We know we only need 25% for Luna to feel like he got a good workout, right? Unless Luna comes train with me and I'm put you through my workouts and you're like, yo, I've never felt my obliques feel like this, or I've never even pushed myself to this level. You know, so to get over a plateau, you have to try something different. You have to push yourself to a different level and switch up your routines to be able to confuse your body, to force it to give you the results that you want.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Got another one for you when it comes to recovery and the intensity of workouts. So again, back when I was like hitting the gym hard, one of the things that I did was try to do higher intensity workouts and like keep your heart rate up the entire time.
Yeah.
Again, some people struggle with recovery. So how do you balance the intensity training with the proper types of recovery to avoid that burnout or injuries for that matter?
Yeah, I don't believe in burnouts, but you're also talking to somebody. I'm different. I feel like
different
honestly,
animal.
I'm a different animal, but this is just me having that dog mindset. Some people are worried about recovery before they even put in the level of work you need to do to get to you to even need recovery. Like the days where I need recovery, my body, I can't even get out the bed because I've been working on like 3 times a day for a month straight. You see what I'm saying? I'm not against recovery. Do what you got to do because we all are different, right? But if you need to, but I challenge you to really challenge yourself before you just being worried about recovery. Like I said, I worked out for 2 years straight, every single day, no days off. Now, you know, somebody here that's just like, well, you're not letting your body recover. That's why we have workout splits. If I train legs on Monday, I'm not going to train legs again until Friday. That's 4 days of rest for my legs. It's recovered, right? You have the proper splits and you give different body parts the right amount of time to recover, and you should be golden. But people work out, 3 days a week and they want to recover for 4 days. Look, bro, you're not going to get nowhere like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to recover, I always say, just the typical things: rest, sleep, make sure you're getting your 8 hours. You can adopt cold therapy, sauna, stretching, yoga, like all the things they say about recovery. Things like that will get you back to where you need to be.
And I got one more for you. Now, this is from someone that hasn't really started their fitness journey at all. Starting a fitness journey can be daunting and has been very daunting for me, especially for those like myself who lack confidence. How can someone build confidence when beginning their fitness routine and their fitness journey?
So I don't want to sound too harsh, right?
Hey,
please, nope.
I feel like I know who this person is.
Nope. Shoot it.
I feel like I know who this person is, so give it to her exactly how you need to say it.
I'm gonna be politically correct, right? Because if you're a beginner as a coach, I have to change how I present myself. Okay, so as a beginner, I commend you and I applaud you for starting. Right, starting is the biggest step. But just consistency is your best friend. Start small and work your way up to a level that's challenging. Major in understanding the basics, right? Like understand how you do all the proper movements, right? Like just understand like your fitness is a journey. Don't go in there and try to, you saw some shit that I probably did on IG with the treadmill. Don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Start small, understand the basics, become a student of the game, and be consistent, right? Probably find a trainer. You need, because you need guidance and you need an accountability partner. Sometimes some of the biggest thing is probably like an accountability partner. You know what I'm saying? Find a friend or find a coach or find somebody that's gonna keep you accountable so you can stay consistent. But as a beginner, man, all I can tell you is just start and stay consistent.
Now, for the person on the other end of that spectrum that has started their journey and hasn't been consistent and doesn't have that confidence, what would you tell that person, Coach Bamfo?
They already started. Now they're taking a break.
You started, but you're not consistent. We all have different lives, and sometimes things change. You have a family, work things. Excuses, there's plenty. But if you started and you actually know what to do and you just choosing not to do it because of whatever excuse that you have, then I challenge you to be better. Push yourself, and you can also find an accountability partner. You go get a trainer or just find somebody to hold you accountable. Like if I was in Houston, I was working with Luna every day. Like, bro, hey, like not only am I gonna challenge him to come, but it's gonna get to a point where he's gonna be like, bro, if I don't go,
he gonna
like
call.
I'm gonna disappoint Bamfo. Like, because we're friends. Like, yo, if I'm 2 days and you ain't showed up, I'm gonna give up on you, right? And we all as human beings, you should also have enough pride to be like, yo, I want to be better. And now I have somebody dependent on me to show up and I'm not showing up. Like, what type of person are you to just let somebody, just disappoint people like that, when these habits are going to make you better, right? So accountability partner, just staying consistent, man, and just find a way to be consistent. And really, that's all it is. Just push yourself and don't be lazy. Because you know better. Right, you've already started. You're not a beginner. Yeah.
That's the big one right there.
Bro, the thing that's always intrigued me, bro, you've been swole since I met you, but dog,
you was born swole.
For real. But dog, what's crazy,
grade.
bro? What the part that is really like mind blowing me, bro, is like when I first met George, I'm like, bro, you can't get more cut than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get more ripped than this, because I'm like, bro, this is a human freaking action figure already. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, hold my electrolytes. Watch this.
Right.
Man, but listen, bro, the intensity level, bro, of I can tell you right now, bro, just meet George on the first level of your apartment complex and go through the stair routine. Just go through the stair routine.
I'm not even. Yeah, the stairs. Yeah, the stairs is killer, bro. I did the stairs.
That's where it all started, bro.
Every morning. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get back to that.
That stair routine.
Waking up at 5 and running stairs and it's cold outside. Like, bro, that's when those habits, like, that's when I was like, bro, something good has to come out of this. Cause who's coming out here when it's 25 degrees? I'm sleepy. Nobody's telling me to do it. I can sleep in the bed if I want, but I'm out here doing this. I'm disturbing my neighbors. My neighbors used to be waking up at like 7. Like, bro, why are you up here? Like, take your ass to sleep. You're disturbing us because I'm running up the stairs. I'm waking them up. But it's just like, bro, I was so locked in on what I needed to do where I didn't care what the hell they had to say. Yeah, man.
That part about recovery really got me, bro, because I remember me and Stu would have that conversation. We'd be like, bro, is George ever going to recover? Like, we really worried about your joints and shit.
Nah, like I said, bro, you got to have splits, bro. You getting the right recovery. Like, to me, if I was coaching young men, stop worrying about recovery. like on some Navy SEAL shit. Stop worrying about recovery, bro. You're not gonna die. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be straight. Cause like, bro, the level of work, like the only way you could kill yourself if we did legs every day and we going stupid hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make sense. But with the proper splits, bro, you don't really need recovery. You might have like an active recovery day or something like that where you just taking it easy, walking on the treadmill, doing the ice and cold therapy, bro. But if you like, let's say you training for a show like a bodybuilder, they ain't in there and their bodies isn't breaking down. You know what I'm saying? So if you have the right mindset, bro, you can overcome anything.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You shifting the DNA in my brain between you and David Goggins, bro. Y'all really just tag team and beating the shit out of my brain.
Yeah, man, it's needed right
really,
now.
Because honestly, bro, that's the type of mindset you really have to have, bro, to push yourself to that. It can't make sense to the regular person.
Yeah.
You know, to the average person, the shit that you do, it can't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really push yourself to that level because, bro, your body will adapt. This whole recovery shit, bro, if you get to a point where you pushing yourself, your body don't need to recover, bro. Because it knows, hey, we're going. This is go time. This is go mode. You know what I'm saying? There's no surrender, no retreat. How do you think Navy SEALs be almost dead and they still survive? Like, you know, they train themselves to the point of literally death.
Yep.
You know, that's when you really become a master of your body. Like, nah, bro, I'm unstoppable. I'm willing for this shit to literally kill me before I stop. Can you imagine what type of mindset that is? I'm afraid of that type of nigga. That's the type of nigga David Goggins is.
That's exactly who he is.
Yes,
David Goggins is.
Who he is, bro.
It's the facts,
You know what I'm saying? He's willing to die, bro, before he stops. Like, you can't break him. It's crazy.
It's kind of what his book says. Can't hurt me.
You can't hurt me, bro.
They hurt him.
You can't hurt me, bro. You can't break that man. He's locked in. That's a different type of person, which is why he inspires all of us. Because it's just like, bro, how? You know, you literally willing to die, you know, on the mission. It's crazy,
man. So I mean, I know we almost out of time. Now I got my question because we just talked about the our Trinity. You know, now I got to know what's the top of your Trinity. All right, spiritual, mental, physical. What leads the pack?
Spiritual, mental, physical. So I'm lacking in the spiritual aspect. I used to be a lot better, right? When I was younger, I was definitely more in tune with God. Now that life is good, that's the first thing that slacks, right? I'm not proud of it. I need to be better, right? And also too, it's just like being in the right circles. You know, I'm blessed enough to be here, but it's just like the one that blessed you, now you putting them on the back burner. So I would say that's probably third. What was this? Physical, spiritual, mental?
Yeah.
Physical probably number one, and mental is number two. Or those could change. Mental and physical, like then 1 and 2 could switch. But I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be spiritually.
This triangle is flat at the top.
Oh, yeah, it's
rotated.
It's rotated.
It depends on what season I'm in.
Right, there you go.
And honestly, too, to even be honest, and I hate that I have to even admit this, when I have my low moments and there's like uncertainty, I naturally run back to God. So it's like, I hate that God has to, you know, bring me to a low point for me to get closer to him.
That's what he do.
You know?
Right.
That's what he do.
Just like when everything is good, I'm not seeking God like I'm supposed to. I'm still a Christian, don't get me wrong. I'm still, you know, God is still here.
Understood.
But, you know, at the level to where it's just like I'm reading my Bible, I'm in tune with God. I'm, you know, like, you know, when you in that state.
Yeah.
I haven't been I'm supposed to be in a while.
Yeah, it's funny. I asked that because we just got done talking about this on our last pod, and I said mental was leading initially, but exactly what you just said at the tail end of your response made me retract my statement. And I was like, nah, spiritual got to lead the pack. Because any time, like you said, God gonna bring you back down to earth. He gonna
every time.
when you think you high, and then he'll check you real quick.
Every time.
Real quick. And I'm like, and I kind of went through that myself. I was lacking it. I recently got back in my doctrine and got back right. And I was like, man, everything else locked in, like the other two in that triangle. So mental came in to focus, got real strong, physical. It's probably 3 for me. I would say spiritual, mental. I would say even with your response, mental is probably ahead of physical. I know you said it was close, but just the way you wired, you wouldn't be where you at physically.
It might be mental for me because the mental is what makes your mind is what makes your body move.
Exactly.
So
So you definitely your wiring is why you physically where you at.
Yeah,
exactly.
you got some Goggins wiring. And
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
definitely got some
I'm not
Goggins
there
wiring.
yet, bro. I gotta step it up.
If you ain't, then then I'm nowhere near where you are, then, bro. Like, again, it's inspiring to see somebody that has that type of mentality. Because again, we talked about, you said this in the very beginning of the pod, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Hearing this is, again, I can tell you right now, all three of us, we probably all mentally right now taking notes right now, like, okay, when I get off this pod, I'm about to go run me a couple miles, go do something active right now, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But like even to speak about Ludacris and the opportunity and me getting to see it in 3D, like me seeing it live, right? Mm-hmm. We all think we want to be celebrities, right? Bro, the amount of work, and I think I'm busy. He's the busiest person I've ever seen, bro. Mind you, he's married, he has kids, he has like 10 to 15 businesses. He's a celebrity. Like, he's getting pulled in 19, 20 different directions. He has a private plane. You know how much responsibility comes to a private plane? First of all, the type of money you got to make to have a private plane, all the responsibilities that comes with it. Like, it's a lot of shit. So that made me realize, like, bro, the work has to be put in, bro. Like, there's no escaping the work. And it's like, the more, to whom much is given, much is required. And the more you have, the more work you're going to have to put in. So I'm thinking Ludacris is the busiest person I've ever been exposed to. And he looks up to people like Vin Diesel, Kevin Hart, because he's telling me, bro, these niggas working at a different level.
Right.
I'm like, bro, what?
Levels.
How are they working harder? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they working harder than him, but if you believe they work harder, I'm like, I can't even fathom what it takes.
Different levels, bro.
It's
just different levels. Just totally different levels. And again, just like you said in the very beginning of the pod, just like Luna's been saying since the beginning, you're on a different level, bro. You're on a very different level. And the fact that you're able to get people to, again, without all the excuses, get them to start realizing where their failures are, where they can do better, where they can push themselves a little bit more. Like, again, it's great to see. It's fantastic to see. I might be signing up soon too, by
the way. Hey, Coach Bamfo.
Talk to me.
I want to be able to give you your flowers while I still can, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, to see everything we had to go through, to see the background that you came from, bro. That shit about not having excuses, bro. That shit is real, bro. And again, bro, I still look up to you, bro, for real. As even as your peer, bro, you just opened up another fucking level in my brain, bro. Like, my brain is fucking like gearing right now, bro. I appreciate that, bro. And I want to give you your flowers while we still can, bro. I want you to continue to push yourself. But that leads me to my question.
Awesome.
What's next?
What's next? Good question. So what's next is ownership, and I guess
reveal as much as you want to reveal. Reveal as much as you want to reveal.
Yeah. So it's ownership, is building a team, is just scaling and taking everything to the next level. So I have to be a better person. I have to be a better businessman. I have to learn to be better, like, in different realms, right? As, building my team and becoming a businessman and understanding how business works and taxes and like all those little details, and like dealing with employees. Like, this is just the next level into my growth. And also too, while I'm doing that, like, just finding a way to give back. So I also have like goals of, get into real estate and I have aspirations of, the man that I become, finding a way to give back to my people. That's always been on my heart. It started with the family, but now, like, on a broader scale, I want to make sure my people are good. So if there's a way where there is a way, right? I'm trying to bring fitness awareness and bring all that back to Ghana, where I'm from. I think that would be the thing that brings me the most joy and makes me most fulfilled, I would say.
Beautiful.
Telling us when we make our trip out to Ghana, when Coach Life Podcast Radio blows all the way up and we start doing tours and we make it to Ghana, you telling me that's going to be a Coach Bamfo gym?
Oh yeah. It's going to be a heuristic 360 facilities all over Ghana, man. We're going to run it up.
That's what's up. What's up.
Yeah, right, man. So that's the goal.
Awesome, brother. You have any you want to drop any of your socials or your social, any of your social media info?
Yeah, man. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is George Bamfo Jr. That's it, at George Bamfo Jr. My website, if you want any type of merch or programs, is Heuristic LS, which stands for lifestyle.com. My YouTube handles and TikTok and everything is my first and last name. So you can find me. And I'm pretty easy to find. Just type me in Google, George Bamfo, and a black ass nigga gonna pop up. That's it. That's it, man.
Awesome. We'll make sure to have those links in the bio. Again, Coach Bamfo, thank you so much for joining the pod today. This has been a pleasure. Hopefully this is not the last time we have you on. We definitely need to probably do another coach's corner with you on so we can lighten the mood a little bit more, because I know we got into a lot of the deeper to your background and everything. We got real deep. We got deep today, so we definitely got to have you back on, sir, so we can talk a little bit more about the heuristic lifestyle. Talk about a little bit more of how you can continue to help pour into those and help sharpen more of us so we can come better.
Absolutely, man. That's definitely on my heart, and that's what this is all about, man. Iron sharpens iron, and I want to be a positive influence. That's always been the goal.
Awesome. Well, Coach Life fam, if you like what you heard, please hit that like and subscribe button. Again, stay positive, my friends.
Stay positive, man. We signing out. Fellas, thank y'all, man. We're going to talk again soon.
Take care.
All right, peace.